that song?
Yeah, it's nice. I'm happy that we're here today.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Back on it.
Back on it.
Back at it.
Back on it.
One more
And,
game.
after a week off,
Had a
hopefully
quick
had a chance to catch up on some other episodes.
Yeah.
If you guys missed.
Yeah. You know, technical difficulties happen in life from time to time.
Life happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're living.
So
Yeah.
we're ready to go.
Yeah.
All right. I'm Hyman.
I'm Protocol.
This is 14 grams. And unfortunately, homegirl TG is having some technical difficulties, more or less. Phone. She lost her phone. So we got in another guest. Would you like to introduce yourself to
How you
the
doing?
people?
I'm Lawless.
Lawless.
Yeah.
We have our good friend Lawless here
Yeah.
with us tonight.
Long time friend.
Long time friend.
Yeah.
And supporter of the show. Big
Yeah.
supporter of the show.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
day one.
So we're kind of interested to see how this show goes tonight. So, Pro, what's been going on with you?
Nothing, man. You know, just chilling. And I don't want to brag. You know, my boy Lawless here is not just anybody.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Has traveled in some circles, has done some things in music, has worked with some, you know, major producers, Tone Capone, Mr. Lee, if you know who those are.
Mr. Lee on the track, boy.
Legendary producer,
H-Town.
H-Town,
Legend.
touching legends like
Yeah.
Pac, Face, you know,
Thugger.
people who produce I Got Five on it, classics like that. I just thought I should.
Loonies.
I
Man.
thought I should mention that because that's a classic song. I'm just saying, right?
That can't get you nowhere these days.
Hey.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't, unless you know somebody who still got some Reggie. And again, I can come across some
what's
good
that?
Reggie from time to time. Hey, I can come across some good Reggie from time to time.
The strain of the day is
Yeah.
Reggie.
Nah,
You know, and I wanna.
that is never the strain of the day. We
Not a
have
strain.
a much higher level of standards with us. That's just something I smoke from time to time to help calm my nerves when I don't have no money.
The strain of the day is Trainwreck. The strain of the day is Trainwreck.
If I was smoking some Reggie.
Let's not turn our noses. I remember my days.
Hey, I still had them
you know,
days.
Oh, yeah.
come a long
still
way.
have
Wait, no, I don't agree with that.
I do. I will not
Call me
lie.
when you have those days before you have that day.
I have those days. My money is not always long, and I just need a sack from time to time and shit. I have no problem
Yeah,
going to go
call
get
it-
a
they call
zone
it
for
a sack.
60. Like, I'm going to win.
There's something.
I'm gonna win.
Before we get into the strain, well, you know what? Let's get this out the way because I can tell it's going to be a good show. All right. Trainwreck is a blend, is a hybrid.
Hybrid.
All right. Mexico and Thai sativas and Afghani indica.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So we get
Take
a little
that,
bit of
take
south
that.
of the border and
East
red
of
dot,
the world.
East of the world.
Right. Sweet. That's what
for
gives it the
Arabian
sweet
people.
lemon and spicy pine flavor.
That's definitely, yeah, Afghans and Pakistani type of kushes.
Not only does it taste good and have good heritage, right? This is a great pedigree. This cures migraines. All right. Arthritis, if you got ADD, ADHD, or even PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorders,
I'm glad that you brought up migraines. Connecticut, I think, just added migraines as one of the symptoms or disease or ailments that cannabis does help address. So,
Okay.
right in pocket. So if
That
you're
is
out
good.
there, go ahead and get you some Trainwreck.
That is good. Going to throw out another random one. I just heard that there's a compound from marijuana that helps stop the spreading of cancer cells.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know of a company working on a patch, actually,
A weed patch.
that induces a certain amount of the resin or whatever you guys will call it from the weed.
THC,
THC,
or
right?
the CBD.
CBD,
The
whatever.
CBD, really.
That helps with those ailments.
A weed patch.
As long as it's not Syndros, we're
And
okay.
let me just point this out real quick. Is there another podcast that you listen to that gives you information like this? And the high five? Well, hold on.
We got Cash Color Cannabis.
I like my friends at Cash Color Cannabis.
Knock out Cash Color Cannabis.
Shout out to them.
And yeah, hey, really big shout out to Cash Color Cannabis.
Yeah.
And
I love that show, man.
yeah, they stay giving some. Oh, Playboy Cardi was on a recent one.
Hey.
And I'm seeing that he's really making some moves out there. And so yeah, big shout out to Cash Color Cannabis.
Definitely. They're supporters of the show.
Yeah.
And we certainly support them and enjoy them. I was a fan before I was a supporter.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Also, guys, Trainwreck is a good strain, not only for migraines and stress and stuff like that, but also creatively. So to
Really
cap that
heavy
off-
on the sativa then.
Yeah, that's where, you know, those two sativa parents come from, the Mexico and Thai sativa, neither of which I've smoked.
We probably had some Mexico, but there's a Reggie and that brick weed.
Okay, now back to that conversation. All right, now we're talking about Reg, you talking about good. I want to throw this out here because I came across a little something recently, and it worked out.
So wait.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Let's get this out the way. Come on.
Yeah. So how's this whole abstination or like your recovery, your path to recovery?
I don't think recovery is the right word because recovery applies abuse of some type. So I'm gonna switch that word out. I'm gonna say my sabbatical.
Your sabbatical.
My sabbatical has been placed on hold briefly, in the name of science. So with that being said, moving forward.
In the name of science?
Yes, the name of science. The name of science. Moving forward, I don't want to lose this thought.
Okay.
What's it called when the plant is drying and the leaves are falling?
It's dying.
No.
Curing. Okay. Doing the curing process.
It's like shake. It's not shake, but it's
Keef or hash?
not hash, not keef,
Resin.
not resin.
I mean,
it's
what
the
are we
it's
trying
the
to get at?
leaves. Basically, one of my boys came over. All right, shout out to Nick, the producer, came over, and he had a huge jar of
Trim.
Wow.
That's what I was talking about.
A different type of trim than what we might be used to.
It was cookie trim. It was trim from some cookies, trim for some perp. And you know what? He
All
said
in
it.
the same jar?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it
I
tasted pretty
believe
good.
it. Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
smoked like some.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is this: THC is being produced all throughout the plant. If you look at, I'm a fan of looking at nug porn. Gonna be honest about that. I like seeing those trichomes and.
Oh, give me my phone. Hold on.
Oh, they can check it. I don't even care. It's like, oh yeah, she's naked.
Mary
They
exposed.
Yeah, Mary exposed.
The real
Mary going wild.
Mary goes wild.
But when you looking at that stuff, you really do get a chance to see those trichomes and to see just the beauty of the plant and just really seeing it pop. So just because we typically use the bud, that resin, and matter of fact, that brings us to the weed word of the day,
Right.
which is resin.
Yeah.
That sticky stuff. And this is a non-scientific
Isn't that something?
That is crazy.
definition, but it's that sticky stuff that's on the buds that when you touch it, your fingers get sticky. So it spreads all throughout the plant.
So when I'm breaking it down and my fingers are getting sticky,
That's resin.
that's resin.
What is a good way to retain that resin?
I don't
Is it
know.
just lost? It's just
Yeah,
a part of the
it's more or less gonna be lost.
Just a
Does
part of
resin
it.
get you extra high? Yes, it
Yes.
does. This
I
is
like
why.
sticky resin because I like to
This
just
is why
suck
I
my
break down
fingers
by
with it.
hand and I don't use grinders.
Yeah.
That's why I don't use
But
grinders.
you introduced me to the
Yeah.
grinder, but it's cool.
Hey, that is what it is.
But now,
Don't blame that. Don't you want convenience and you're gonna lose resin.
Yeah, that's very true. Because I mean, sometimes
People don't
I
like
will
smoking with me
use-
sometimes because I pluck it leaf by leaf.
leaf.
Anybody who smoked with me
getting it all,
knows
right?
that I take a little while because
I leaf.
You getting it all.
I got all the. I don't want to give away all the words, but got all my trichomes and you know.
What else?
I'm just saying. Got my terpenes. You know.
The weed dictionary.
Got them terps going. Yeah,
Terps.
Yeah,
Terps my perp.
So while we're talking about that, let's go ahead and move to the news for today.
Yeah.
Walter Chronic over here.
Router Chronic.
Yeah.
14 grams. You just gonna get the raw. You gonna get the raw. That's how. Not papers. 14 grams.
Don't lose the resin.
So this week, what we want to go ahead and talk about last time the Texas State Legislature hadn't wrapped up, and so just giving y'all in Texas an update as far as cannabis and everything else. So yeah, it is still illegal, but fortunately there were two bills that were introduced, actually three: House Bill 2107. As well as House Bill 81 and its companion Senate Bill 170. The later two would have went ahead and decriminalized marijuana throughout the state of Texas. But the first one that I was talking about, 2107, it would have gone ahead and made Texas have a comprehensive medical program. So we would have been Texas would have been a medical state.
Wow.
I have back pain. Ouch, my neck and my back.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go get this train wreck and I'm going to be a little bit better, especially with those migraines.
Right.
Or CBDs, what have you. But it did not make it to the floor, unfortunately, at the last minute.
Can I ask, as a person, and I'm glad I got two people with me who I know have political wherewithal, what is the process of getting it to the floor? Because, you know, I'm just a fan.
So it made it out of committee.
Right.
And so the next step would have been going to the floor. But
What stops it? Who is someone saying I object or something like that?
No, nothing
Backroom
stopped it.
talk.
What happened this time was it did not make it to the scheduling office in time. Unfortunately, here
So
in
someone
Texas,
was late? Were they smoking?
Back
No, they weren't. They weren't smoking. Actually, the person who was trying to make sure it got passed. Passed. They were walking behind. They were trying to make sure that it got to where it was supposed to in time, but that office closed. And unfortunately, in Texas, the legislature only meets once every 2 years.
Shout out to you for even knowing these facts. Shout out to you for even knowing these facts.
It's
no
good.
problem.
It sounds like an extra high moment they had there. But
It really does. I'm like, how did it
bastards.
not? I'm like, are they hating? I was like, damn, they hating on weed.
Pretty much
But
they
no, we
waited.
were late.
It was one of those things that got down to the last couple of days of the legislature. And
Okay.
so it didn't make it through then.
Okay. Now, that's the type of stuff that makes me more interested in politics. I'm not going to lie.
You should, because that affects you directly. That's something that you actually care about.
All right, what else we got, Walter
All
Chronic?
right, so the other thing that did pass, and this is good news, Texas sealed marijuana conviction record. So one of the bills put forward this session involves sealing the criminal records of offenders so that they don't interfere with people's ability to get work and housing in the future. It's been called the Second Chance Bill, and for those who have been arrested for small amounts of marijuana or for other nonviolent misdemeanors, the bill gives these types of people second chances. Offenders would need to have a petition to their records. The people need to fill out a petition to have their records sealed, and it would be they have to wait 5 years and complete 6 months of interlock ingestion program.
Interlock ingestion.
Yeah, I don't know what that
that sounds like a bad bellyache.
very bad, but I'm guessing some type of state program to make sure that they're able
What's
to keep
that
going.
5 year?
You have to wait 5 years.
For it to
It
get
has
cleared?
to. It has to be 5 years.
It has to, 5 years has to
5
have
years
passed.
has to have
offense.
passed from the offense.
So I wonder, okay, we could talk about that all day. I just wonder, why would you seal it for me in 5 years and not seal it for me in 2
It's
years?
not today. Yeah. I guess they want to see that you have made some type of changes in your life, because even when you're looking at the
Is it to give me, sorry to interrupt, is it to give me changes in my life or to help me get
they
employed?
want
so I
to
don't,
make sure that you haven't gone back and gone down that bad path or whatnot. But it absolutely makes
they're
no
taking
sense.
a lot of liberties there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last piece of news,
All right.
ATL shout, you know,
Hey.
they looking at going ahead and decriminalizing marijuana.
This is the second time that they've
Second time it came
gone
up.
to that.
Yeah, it got tabled last time.
City
So
Council.
if you do get caught with, I believe, an ounce or so, it would be a $75 ticket. The bad thing is that the state of Georgia, no matter how much it is that you have, they taxing you with a $1,000 fine.
And also, if a state trooper pulls you over, it has to be Atlanta police.
Yeah, it has to be Atlanta police.
Just
it can't
FYI.
be Atlanta. It can't be a Georgia state trooper.
Right.
Because if that's the case, then you're getting that $1,000 fine.
Right, just for all my brothers and sisters out there. So if you see APD, you know we can go that route. But if you see the trooper, you know, put it in those places.
Man, go ahead and bend that corner and hope that them boys pass you by and
Park it like
you
it's
ain't got no. Yo, park it like it's hot. Fuck dropping it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot and keep that thing going. But that's the news with Hyman Rand.
That was real good, man.
We got a couple other things we could talk about, but like,
But I mean, okay, since we're on this, you know, this wave here, I was doing some studying on my country Chizzy, doing some studying on U.S. history.
and what did you find, sir?
I found some stuff that I wasn't surprised about,
Yeah.
but I thought that I would share.
What and what's that?
Let me see if I can start in order here. Well, I guess I'll start with George Washington because he is on the dollar bill, the dollar bill, y'all. All right. George Washington grew pot.
Was it hemp or marijuana?
He grew marijuana.
But yet we can't smoke it.
He was really into it.
legally.
He was really into it. There's like letters that were found saying that he's like beginning to separate the male from the female plants a little late. Wow. You know what I'm saying? He was breeding it. You know what I'm saying? He was too late for the blossom.
He was a breeder.
By 3 weeks or a month, he trying to get that real. He trying to get that good bud. You feel me?
Damn.
This is George Washington. These are real letters. This is history. These are facts on 14 grams. Look, a lot of people, you know, George Washington had like, I've heard he had wooden teeth. I'm not sure what kind of teeth he had.
Yeah, wooden false teeth.
You know, these 18th century dentures probably were really painful as well.
Hell yeah.
So a lot of people.
That boy was rubbing that cream.
Exactly. So there's a lot of ways he could have used it to alleviate. People suspected it was also done for medicinal uses.
But yet the new attorney general or deputy attorney general of these United States does not believe that marijuana or cannabis has any type of medicinal effects. Not just the Hatchet Man. The Hatchet Man plus his
Who's the Hatchet Man?
The Hatchet Man, he looks like a damn elf to me.
Yeah.
Jeff Sessions.
I knew you was gonna talk.
He looks worse than the Keebler elf.
He's doing some stuff, and he's got some stuff going on in the game, in the weed game too.
Man,
we probably don't have enough. We could probably say that for the next episode, but I'm just saying he's got a lot.
Shit going.
Wasn't he in the trials with Trump?
Yeah, so he just recently went ahead and had to go testify.
Couldn't remember anything.
Oh.
Well, okay. Sir, I do not think that is right for me to be able to answer that.
Yeah.
He fucking retarded. Fucking person that's not right in the head.
Well, so that was George Washington, who was hurting but right in the head. Getting right, elevated.
He was trying to get right.
Thomas Jefferson is a known toker.
Yeah.
I was listening to like a Wiz Khalifa track and something he played. That's where I learned it. It was a sample. There was a letter from Thomas Jefferson saying, I think, and quote me on this, guys, if I'm wrong.
You learned this from Wiz Khalifa?
Yeah, I did. I was listening to a song. I think this was a Wiz song. And at the end, it was like...
I'll tend to believe it then.
It played a sample like saying my finest hours were smoking hemp on my back, chilling, something like that.
Okay.
So we got George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, who also liked black women.
Benjamin Franklin, too.
Oh.
I don't know about the black women, but I know he was into hemp and marijuana.
Thomas Jefferson got mixed babies.
Yeah. That's why a lot of black people are named Jefferson.
Yeah, George Jefferson.
George was
a descendant.
George was definitely a descendant.
That's where he get the swag.
He was out there trying to get it as much as he could. But yeah, George Jefferson definitely a descendant.
So our founding fathers is what we just established here. Wasn't even trying to come up with this. Our founding fathers were 420 components.
They would have been listeners of 14 grams.
They would have been listeners of 14 grams.
If they were those cool type of people.
And clearly they were.
Sounds like it.
We don't know.
We don't know that.
We don't know.
Just because you smoked on.
Yeah, because George Bush.
That's true.
George Bush did a lot of drugs, weed including, and I don't think he listened to this show.
Yeah.
Maybe while they were high.
Let me take a little bit out the U.S. real quick. There's a place called Bhutan. Have you heard of it?
It's in the Pacific. Asia Pacific.
Yeah, you're right, I think. It's in Asia. It's between India and China.
Asia Pacific.
Okay. East Himalayas. It's a landlocked country.
I imagine they have some really good cannabis.
Oh.
Well, sir.
Do they have high mountain regions?
They have more pot than grass.
They have a lot of grass then.
Yeah. It's so much. It's growing out the forests and on the side of the roads.
Where are different places you can grow?
Where?
You can grow any place.
Oh, so
underwater?
Reason being, you can't grow underwater. But
you sure?
with mountains, unless you're C-Lab 2021. Okay. I know that they had some type of experiment going on back there with Eric Estrada.
Wow.
But if like mountain regions are going to be good, that's where a lot of the sativas from India and Pakistan come from.
That's why you said the mountains.
Right, right. But just knowing that area. So when you think about these Kushes, East Hindu Kush, that's the area, that's a mountain range. So that's why they got their names. Right, right. So that Bhutan, I mean, even and plus it's the air. It's the whole climate as far as what it is that plant's going to get that makes it special, that makes it different from the rest of them. But go back to this forest of cannabis.
Wow.
That is it.
Thank you for asking that.
I had to know.
Shit.
Oh, no problem.
This is the place for me to get my information.
Yeah.
Hey, good to have you, Lawless.
Okay, back to the
Yeah, man. I mean, that's pretty much it with Bhutan, but it's so abundant that it's considered a pest. I saw a picture of these two kids, you know, with their arms around each other, smiling for the camera.
I'm on the next
And
flight to Bhutan.
This weed plant is just like sticking straight up. They said it's along the roads, it's coming out the forest. Like you can see a crack in the street, and you'll see
pounds for pennies.
Yeah.
Pounds for pennies. Hey, where the hell is Frank Lucas at?
I was just thinking
Because I think we got a new hustle, man. God damn. Well, this is nothing that I'm gonna move into at all.
No.
Yeah, when y'all make that move out there, just, you know,
I'm gonna visit though.
shoot us a DM.
Bhutan has become the new place. Hashtag Bhutan. This becomes the new location I want to go to.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Birthday's coming up.
Okay.
Man, hey,
XIV
and more than
Bhutan.
likely, it's probably cheap.
Probably so.
Yeah. Probably cheap to find a place to stay there. You're going to pay a little bit of money to get there, but hey, it'll definitely be worth it.
Again, you heard it here first.
Man.
Thank you.
Man.
Can you ship from Bhutan
Travel agents.
To where?
to somewhere where it's legal?
I mean, Canada?
Okay. It's going in the wrong direction. My name is Lawless.
Yeah. I mean, shit. You stay
To our
in the
veterans
States, you gonna
suffering
stay
from
lawless.
post-traumatic stress. I'm just thinking about the veterans.
Yeah.
Will somebody please think about the veterans?
Staying in the States, you're going to stay lawless with it right now. At least in Texas, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's probably illegal in Bhutan, or they have some type of...
Well, you know what? It's really, I think they're Buddhists. They're Buddhists.
Oh, so never
mainly.
mind. It's all about the culture.
Well,
Use that, go
actually,
ahead and
people
meditate.
rarely even smoke there. People rarely even smoke there. It's
Now, the crazy thing is, you can find Buddhist monks in Nepal, and they more or less use the ganja. Well, you know what? It's them and the Hindus. The Hindus, for sure. They really use the ganja. Lord Shiva is the cannabis god, or the god of cannabis, or god of marijuana.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shiva.
Yeah. Shiva, not Chiba. Shiva.
Shiva.
S-H-I-V-A.
That's what I said.
No, you didn't. I said Chiba.
VB, you know.
What I said.
The Buddhists, I don't blame them. It gets you to a higher level of meditation so you can find who you're going to be in the next life. Maybe a butterfly.
Whoa.
Yeah, and a lot of people assume as a Buddhist nation that they would indulge.
Right.
But apparently that's
They've been there and done that.
I think so. I mean, damn, it's growing on a crack.
Yeah, like, man, to hell with that.
It's actually used to feed livestock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What type of?
Yeah, my cows on more weed than you motherfuckers.
Wow.
To hell with that. Do you know how
Good-ass
much?
steak.
Man, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Grass fed.
Literally grass-fed. Grass-fed beef.
We getting a lot of ideas.
Oh.
Again, if you're going to pursue these, just send them, hit us in the DMs, shoot us some steaks.
And we can go ahead and do some type of percentage.
We'll help you with the sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we want something. When TG can go ahead and actually do like the little steak sauce.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to TG.
She's a chef. She's a cook. Yeah.
TG, I feel you, by the way. I shattered both of my screens. My iPad is shattered. My iPhone just shattered, catapulted out my car.
iPhone doesn't
I feel you.
charge.
And my Android still working.
His phone is just dead. Has nothing.
I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
Workhorse over here.
Yeah. It's like those
It's
Nokia
like the brick
phones.
Nokia.
Those old-
Yeah.
It is.
I love those.
They're dependable.
Man, and that's all I need.
That's about it.
Yeah. I'll
hell
give you that. I'll give you that. So yeah, man. TG, wherever you are, we're looking for you. But this has been 14 grams. Shout out to our sponsors, Professional Black Stoners,
Yeah.
professionalblackstoner.com,
So Blowed Apparel.
So Blowed Apparel,
Protocol Vapor Co.
Protocol Baby Co.
Also, shout out to the homegirls. The 2 girls and 1 vibe. Gigi, happy birthday. And also from the Sean Cherie radio show. Sean Cherie, happy birthday as well. I know this will be a little bit late, but it'll be right up their alley.
Better late than
Yeah, but never late is better.
For sure.
But this will definitely be right up their alley. They can go ahead and spark one up while listening to this and enjoying their birthday.
Yeah.
I need to find